Definition of the word.
Bar.
Noun.
A solid, more or less rigid object of metal or wood with a uniform cross-section smaller than its length.
Example.
The window was protected by steel bars. A solid metal object with uniform, round, square, hexagonal, octagonal or rectangular cross-section. In the U.S. its smallest dimension is 1/4 inch or greater, a piece of thinner material being called a strip.
Example.
Ancient Sparta used iron bars instead of handy coins in more valuable alloy, to physically discourage the use of money. We are expecting a carload of bar tomorrow. A cuboid piece of any solid commodity.
Example.
Bar of chocolate, bar of soap. A broad shaft, or band, or stripe.
Example.
A bar of light, a bar of color. A long, narrow drawn or printed rectangle, cuboid or cylinder, especially as used in a barcode or a bar chart. Any of various lines used as punctuation or diacritics, such as the pipe, fraction bar, as in 12, and strike-through, as in, formerly including oblique marks such as the slash. The sign indicating that the characteristic of a logarithm is negative, conventionally placed above the digits to show that it applies to the characteristic only and not to the mantissa. A similar sign indicating that the charge on a particle is negative, and that consequently the particle is in fact an antiparticle. A business selling alcoholic drinks for consumption on the premises, or the premises themselves, public house.
Example.
The street was lined with all-night bars. The counter of such premises, sometimes called a wet bar.
Example.
Step up to the bar and order a drink. A counter, or simply a cabinet, from which alcoholic drinks are served in a private house or a hotel room. Premises or a counter serving any type of beverage. An establishment where alcohol and sometimes other refreshments are served. An informal establishment selling food to be consumed on the premises.
Example.
A burger bar, a local fish bar. An establishment offering cosmetic services.
Example.
A nail bar, a brow bar. An official order or pronouncement that prohibits some activity.
Example.
The club has lifted its bar on women members. Anything that obstructs, hinders, or prevents, an obstruction, a barrier. A metasyntactic variable representing an unspecified entity, often the second in a series, following foo.
Example.
Suppose we have two objects, foo and bar. A dividing line, physical or notional, in the chamber of a legislature beyond which only members and officials may pass. The railing surrounding the part of a courtroom in which the judges, lawyers, defendants and witnesses stay. The bar, or the bar exam, the legal licensing exam.
Example.
He's studying hard to pass the bar this time. He's failed it twice before. Collectively, lawyers or the legal profession, specifically applied to barristers in some countries but including all lawyers in others.
Example.
He was called to the bar, he became a barrister. One of an array of bar-shaped symbols that display the level of something, such as wireless signal strength or battery life remaining.
Example.
I don't have any bars in the middle of this desert. A vertical line across a musical staff dividing written music into sections, typically of equal durational value. One of those musical sections. A horizontal pole that must be crossed in high jump and pole vault. Any level of achievement regarded as a challenge to be overcome. The crossbar. The central divider between the inner and outer table of a backgammon board, where stones are placed if they are hit. An addition to a military medal, on account of a subsequent act. A linear shoaling landform feature within a body of water. A ridge or succession of ridges of sand or other substance, especially a formation extending across the mouth of a river or harbor or off a beach, and which may obstruct navigation. FM 55-501. One of the ordinaries in heraldry, a diminutive of a fess. A city gate, in some British place names.
Example.
Potter's bar. A drilling or tamping rod. A vein or dike crossing a lode. A gatehouse of a castle or fortified town. The part of the crust of a horse's hoof which is bent inwards towards the frog at the heel on each side, and extends into the center of the sole. The space between the tusks and grinders in the upper jaw of a horse, in which the bit is placed.
Preposition.
Except, other than, besides.
Example.
He invited everyone to his wedding bar his ex-wife. Denotes the minimum odds offered on other horses not mentioned by name.
Example.
Leg at each corner is at 3/1. Lost my shirt 5/1, and it's 10/1 of a bar.
Bar. Bar.
Bar. Bar.
bar, bar,
Bar. Bar.